I just want to talk about Run DMC, period. Not even behind the song. It's just like they're icons, man. Like seriously, like everything that we do and we everything we did and everything we were trying to do was built after Run DMC. Look at it. Two MCs, one DJ, same exact thing.
Mm.
Like we just built everything. Like starting off, we go and see Run DMC perform all the time. And then we finally got a chance to go on the road with them and do a tour with them. And then, for me, it was a bucket list thing to even get in the studio and work with them. You know, so I'm just happy, man. Like to have had a chance to witness it, work with Jay, go on tour with Jay. Run Andy, still do stuff with them. And I mean, they cool cats, man. Like for real, like you said, cool cats. Just like seriously, like that is hip hop royalty right there. Like
Mm.
for real, like hip hop royalty right there. And like I said, to go in the studio and be able to work with them, like it's a bucket list. I mean, I have a couple more that I do want to, scratch off, but that one was one. Will Smith was another, and I mean, I, I'm just happy. Period.
Mm.
I had an opportunity. And I mean, obviously, Pete Rock hit it out the park on that album. We're down with the King, because I mean, that joint was a banger, banger.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, just to be a part, of that project was great and it was fun.
Oh, shout out to Run DMC.
Yeah, shout out to Pete too.
Yeah, shout out to Pete Rock too. That's another one I'm still trying to get on here. So I, you guys went on tour with Run DMC, right?
Yeah, yeah, we
And
did two tours with them. Yeah.
I was watching an interview that DMC did, and you said that you guys shut them off the tour.
He said we dropped him off the tour.
Yeah, he said as in like you guys were so good. They were like, listen, we can't come on after
Oh,
you. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not
All
in a
right. So
confrontational way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
look so
yeah, yeah.
confused.
Yeah, yeah. I thought he said we dropped them, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, because we learned from them, and I mean we were super hot, but at
Mm,
the same time too, man. Like they came back. They came back the second time, and they was kicking our behind,
mm.
Like seriously, like I mean, they were kicking our behind. They had us sweating every night. We had to really dig deep and go hard because they was bringing it. So, like I said, once again, shout out to Run DMC, man. Like who, like who would have thought, when we were new style that we'll be out there on the road and doing stuff with Run DMC, man, even getting an opportunity or even when we did the 50th the hip hop thing, the 50th year of hip hop, when we did the thing with Nas over there and we did the thing for we came out with Queen Latifah and I got to go and talk to Run and it was before they last show of them before they was taking a break or whatever they're doing now, but I had to sit. I was walking by and tap the butt on his Winnebago and called me in there to talk to me, man. And it's just like, man, like it's I'm just a fan, man. Like for real, it's speechless. Like seriously, like when you sit and talking to them, like that's hip hop royalty for real. And you just get caught in the moment, and you just can't believe that you're sitting here talking to these guys, man.
And they did a lot of first in hip hop.
They did a lot of firsts,
I
man.
think
Like
they were the
I know
first.
Soldier Boy is always talking about the first, but Run DMC did a lot of firsts, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they were the first hip hop group to have their videos played on MTV. I think
yeah,
they got the first gold.
yeah,
I think they got the first gold record in hip hop.
yeah.
They were the first. They did a lot of first. Let's just say
A
that, man.
lot of firsts, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, once I mean hip hop royalty, man. Like you have to bow down to them every time, man. Seriously.
No, for sure, for sure. Now, before we move on to the next song, does anybody else want to ask a question in regarding this song? I'll give you guys 5 seconds. If not, we'll keep it moving.
Oh, I was gonna ask him, any story with Jam Master Jay since he was talking about Run DMC.
Yeah. The one that really sticks with me, man, is that he he would never it was always live with him. I remember coming out there and when we first came out there, like I would use a combination of records and DAT machines. And he saw me with the DAT machine and he was laughing at me. He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Some of the records, some of them are here, and you know, the ones that's off the album, I don't have the wax, so you know, I go to the DAT. You know, I just time it with the DAT like if I'm playing a record." He was like, "Oh, man, no." He was like, "Yo, I always do this and do that, but I never do that." Talking about the DAT machine. So he was clowning me. But then he explained to me, and I was like, "So what is it that you doing?" He was like, "Yo, like all of the records," he said, "everything that I have is all on vinyl. I get these, you know, these test pressings." So he told me, he was like, "Yo, just get test pressings." He was like, "I get test pressings. So everything that we have that's not singles, I got test pressings of them." Basically, he had a bunch of instrumental test pressing records of all of the records that they will perform. And you know, he's a vet, so I mean, he's ahead of me. So I'm like, okay, so that's how you doing it. You know, I mean, you know, like Guard Your Grill wasn't a single, so when it got to Guard Your Grill, I had to push the DAT machine for Guard Your Grill instrumental to come on. Jay would have it on a test pressing.
Well,
Yeah.
rest in
So
peace,
yeah, he
Jam
was
Master Jay.
clowning me, but he was schooling me at the same time. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, man.
Yeah.
I see Victor's he put something interesting in the chat. Can you see that? Victor just put something in the chat.
Yeah, just when you get a chance, would love to hear about the Naughty by Nature logo. You know, it's such an iconic piece of art, piece of hip hop history. I know there's a video out there behind it. I think Benny put it up a long time ago. But yeah, it's such a great piece of art, man. If you have a chance to talk about it at any time.
Yeah, that's on Mark Weinberg. Yeah. So what happened with that is when throughout the process, once again, like I said, like when you know when you got a good team. So when we became Naughty by Nature, before we came out, Monica Lynch, she was head of marketing. She was the president of Tommy Boy. Tom Silverman owned it, but Monica Lynch was the president and was running everything, which Monica is so amazing. She was sitting down with Mark at dinner and she told him what the group was about. And while they're talking, he took the napkin that was on the table and started drawing Naughty by Nature on the napkin with a crayon. And that's why you see the ridges that you see in the Naughty by Nature logo. You see those ridges and those funny looking things where it looks rough. That's crayon particles broken off on the napkin. So when he took the napkin with the crayon writing to break it off pieces and photocopied it, that's what gave you the ridges. And when he came back with it, it didn't have the bat on it. The only thing is we had our own logo that we were doing, and we had a little guy that had a baseball bat that was breaking a glass. And the only thing when we saw that, we said, "That's dope. Just add a bat at the bottom." And then he put the bat at the bottom of it, and that finished the logo off. But that's why you get the ridges of it. That's because he wrote, and they have actually, like you said on the video, he still has, and he'll show you on that video, he still has that napkin inside of a plastic Ziploc.
Wow. Okay. Never knew that. See,
Yeah.
the more you know. Very interesting story about the logo.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, we're gonna move on to the next song. This is a classic. They've all been classics so far, but this one I really, really like. I mean, I really, really like all these songs, but this one is special. All right, I'm gonna play the sample. You guys know the deal. Let's go.